Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of upcoming episode of Swallowed Star based on novel. So let's start. In the original universe, in the sky above the endless remote ocean, in the primal secret region, which was the center of the human territory, water pillars condensed to form a being. It was Luo Feng, wearing a fiery cape. Another being stood in the space beside Luo Feng. It was Primal Chaos City Leader. How did it go? Primal City Leader asked. All 443 Universe Masters in the army, said Luo Feng, are dead. Primal City Leader's eyes gleamed, and he yelled, fantastic. In the virtual world of Dream Ancestors' secret region in the Demon Race territory. There was a dimension in the virtual world, and a vast mountain was surrounded by clouds and mist. A giant silver snake swirled and flowed, living inside the mountain. Aside from that giant silver snake, many Universe Masters from the Demon Race lived in the Endless Mountain. There were also some Universe Masters from the subsidiary races of the Demon Race living alongside them. Although more than half of the Universe Masters had entered the world of Jinn, all of them had left a body or a godly power avatar in the original universe. With those bodies and godly power avatars, they could easily connect to the virtual world, and through the virtual world, they were able to communicate with Dream Demon Ancestor anytime they wanted. No need to worry, the tasks are not. 3 Universe Masters from the Demon Race Alliance had gathered together, and a flying beast with grey bones was talking. The other 2 Universe Masters were not from the Demon Race. Suddenly, that strange flying beast looked terrified. Then it disappeared from the virtual world. Why did it leave the virtual world without finishing its story? A colorful and breathtaking Universe Master from another race whispered. He then turned his head to the other side abruptly. Originally, there had been 2 Universe Masters listening to the Universe Master from the Demon Race, but now, the other Universe Master who had been listening had also disappeared. Why did they both disappear at the same time? The Universe Master realized that something was wrong. If only one of them had disappeared, it could have been explained by something urgent, which the individual couldn't explain immediately. However, 2 of them vanished at once without saying anything, so something strange must have happened. Demon Ancestor, the Universe Master yelled. A giant silver snake showed up out of the mist. It had its head raised and looked at the Universe Master as it said, Meng Ta Li, why are you calling me? Demon Ancestor, just now, Meng Wn Master and another Universe Master were talking. Meng Wn Master was sharing some information about the world of Jinn. I have never entered it, so I was curious and was listening to him talk also. But Meng Wn Master and another Universe Master suddenly both disappeared from the virtual world without any signs. And they disappeared at the same time. It was clear by Meng Ta Li's eyes that he was worried. Disappeared at the same time? Without any signs? Dream Demon Ancestor bellowed as it realized something was wrong. Dream Demon Ancestor immediately started to inspect the entire mountain. However, after the inspection, Dream Demon Ancestor felt a horrifying coldness envelop its entire body. It was coldness that could freeze its soul. Not since Dream Demon Ancestor had first become a Universe Supreme Master had it been this frightened. There was no comparison, even when it had lost the battle between the 2 teams, it hadn't been so scared. Disappeared. All of them disappeared. Dream Demon Ancestor concluded. All the Universe Masters from the Demon Race Alliance had their consciousnesses connected to this mountain. But now, they were all gone. All of them. Only Dream Demon Ancestor and other 5 Universe Masters remained, none of whom had gone to the world of Jinn. A giant being appeared on the mountain. It was Shock Demon Ancestor. Dream Demon. Shock Demon Ancestor looked down and yelled, all the Universe Masters under me who entered the world of Jinn have disappeared. Same here. Dream Demon Ancestor couldn't have been more anxious. Shock Demon Ancestor was anxious as well. All the Universe Masters who went to the world of Jinn disappeared, and they all disappeared suddenly, without leaving a message. Those who didn't go to the world of Jinn are safe. Incredible. The United Forces Alliance was at a disadvantage, so many Universe Masters had gone to the world of Jinn, and most Universe Masters from the Demon Race Alliance had entered the world of Jinn. If all of them died, It would be a huge blow to the entire Demon Race Alliance. Such an event would be a real nightmare. Check. Let's check, Shock Demon Ancestor said. Dream Demon Ancestor immediately sent messages to the Universe Knights through the virtual world and asked them to check their teachers. After all, Universe Knights usually carried the keepsakes given by their teachers. Demon Ancestor, the keepsake I have has no owner now. My teacher died. Demon Ancestor, my teacher died. Demon Ancestor. Even before Dream Demon Ancestor had given an order, some Universe Knights had begun to contact him. They were losing their minds, realizing that all those Universe Masters had died. Without exception, all the Universe Masters who had disappeared from the virtual world had died. Dream Demon Ancestor and Shock Demon Ancestor felt as if great hammers were smashing their souls. They were upset, terrified, and incredulous. They looked at each other with eyes that were no longer peaceful. Instead, they were filled with trepidation. How? How come? Dream Demon Ancestor had lost its mind. How? Shock Demon Ancestor was also dazed. It was a huge blow, a shock like never before. Previously, the Demon Race had definitely been a pinnacle race in the original universe. They had originally boasted more than 20 Universe Masters from the Demon Race, as well as many Universe Masters of their subsidiary races. However, they now had only 4 Universe Masters from the Demon Race and 5 Universe Masters from their subsidiary races. They would have been considered prosperous before. But now, Shock Demon Ancestor raised his head and yelled. Howl. It was filled with anger and agony. The Demon Race had been building itself up for such a long time. Yet it lost all those Universe Masters at once. We shouldn't have let them enter the world of Jinn. We shouldn't have. Dream Demon Ancestor and Shock Demon Ancestor weren't the only ones who had gone mad. Father God from the Automaton Race, Bug Empress, Devil Ancestor from the Prison Race, Holy Master from the Crystal Race, all the races in the Northern Territory Alliance, and the powers who had joined the United Forces Alliance, all of them, whether large or small, were trapped in the same nightmare. A nightmare they had never before experienced. Some of the powers had had 10 Universe Masters before. Now, they only had 1. Some had lost all of their Universe Masters. It was indeed a nightmare. The same thing happened to the Bug Race Alliance. Only 6 Universe Masters are left in the Bug Race Alliance. In the Northern Territory Alliance, more than 90 Universe Masters are dead. Even Star River Master? The same. The same for the Crystal Race and the Prison Race. As the races in the United Forces Alliance contacted each other, they found that all the powers had suffered the same fate. Dream Demon Ancestor and Shock Demon Ancestor felt a bit better now. In their opinion, all their Universe Masters who had entered the world of Jinn had died instantly, so there was no way that other powers had managed to stay safe. As they expected, many other powers had suffered from the same event. They were all from the United Forces Alliance, so it was very easy for them to communicate with each other internally. And then, they began to contact other powers in Universe Ocean. No. You mean lots of Universe Masters died? Nothing happened to us, the Skeleton Race. All our Universe Masters in the world of Jinn are safe. None of them died after entering the world of Jinn. Of course not. The world of Jinn is a fantastic world, and it's beyond our imagination. It's full of opportunities and valuables. Almost all the great beings in our race went in, and all those who entered the army are still alive. They'll soon start the tasks from the army, though. Haha. Many Universe Masters from East Emperor Holy Land entered the world of Jinn. Only a few of them died, and they died during selection for the army. What happened to you, Prison Race? As news spread, the United Forces Alliance was stunned. They had all suffered from a large loss, so they had assumed that it was universal. If it had, indeed, been universal, and all the powers from Universe Ocean had suffered comparable losses, then comparatively, their status wouldn't be affected, the comparative power of their alliance would remain unchanged. They had been expecting the exact same thing to happen to all the other powers. However, those other powers in Universe Ocean were all safe. No. To be more exact, they found one other power who had suffered the same fate. The same thing happened to you. Purple Moon Holy Land suffered a catastrophic attack in the world of Jinn. All of a sudden, all the universe masters from my holy land who had entered the world of Jinn died. Ah! Your Purple Moon Holy Land, too? The same happened to the races in our United Forces Alliance: Demon Race, Bug Race, Automaton Race, Prison Race, and Crystal Race. We are in despair. Everyone who entered the world of Jinn died. Everyone died. No one survived. Purple Moon Holy Land was close with the United Forces Alliance. After contacting others, they found that all the powers were still intact other than Purple Moon Holy Land and the United Forces Alliance. They all realized that there must be a secret behind this. If the world of Jinn had decided to annihilate all the outsiders, why had it let all the other powers go? Why did the world of Jinn only attack the great beings from the United Forces Alliance? After all the universe masters they had let in the army were fairly scattered. How had the world of Jinn located them? Nothing happened to the humans. None of the universe masters from the Human Alliance died. Purple Moon Holy Land and the United Forces Alliance quickly got the news, and they were infuriated. None of the supreme beings were fools. Purple Moon Holy Land and the United Forces Alliance had a common enemy, and it was Human Alliance. The humans stood to benefit the most from the United Forces Alliance and Purple Moon Holy Land being weakened. Plus, Purple Moon Holy Land had unsuccessfully tried to kill Luofeng in the world of Jinn before. Why would a true god of void space let Luofeng go easily? Everything pointed to the humans. Only the powers from Universe Ocean can accurately locate our universe masters among all those soldiers. It must have been the humans who schemed against us. Get lost. Purple Moon Ancestor's face seemed to be clouded by a layer of frost as he bellowed furiously at the crowd beneath him. The group of universe masters beneath him were all on their knees, shuddering in fear and overwhelmed by uneasiness. Purple Moon Alliance's loss this time around was massive. As many as half the entire force of universe masters had entered the world of Jinn, and all had perished. The number of universe masters left within the Purple Moon Holy Land still alive was down to less than 100. Even if the universe masters-to-be all achieved breakthroughs successively, the number of universe masters would barely break 100. But, speaking of universe masters-to-be, there truly was not a single one. Ancestor, are we still going to the world of Jinn? Of all the numerous universe masters who were still on their knees beneath him, none had left, but there were still some who had to ask him this question, as they were filled with great dissatisfaction. Purple Moon Ancestor looked down at them. His expression was increasingly awful, and he was silent for a long while before saying, "The newly promoted universe masters will go to the world of Jinn, and you all shall not reveal your identities as members of the Purple Moon Holy Land." The newly promoted universe masters, feeling somewhat delighted at the decision, responded, "Understood." They had never set foot out of Purple Moon Holy Land, but this time, because a great number of universe masters had lost their lives, they, as universe masters-to-be, had been able to achieve breakthroughs. So long as they could change their appearances and not take up symbolic forms like 3 heads and 8 arms or double faces with 4 arms, the other groups of powers within Universe Ocean would definitely not be able to guess their true identities. Once they had infiltrated the world of Jinn, if great beings from the other powerful groups within Universe Ocean saw them, they would probably think of them as natives of the world of Jinn. Take your leave. Purple Moon Ancestor's voice was getting more and more hostile. A group of universe masters finally disappeared and left. Only Purple Moon Ancestor was left in the hall. As arrogant as he was, he had been forced to tell them not to reveal their identities as members of the Purple Moon Holy Land. He must have felt extremely ashamed and insulted. Milky Way Horde leader Luofeng, Purple Moon Ancestor gritted his teeth. He was furious. He was unwilling. But so what? This was an act of destructive revenge, and he was aware that, other than the humans, he simply could not think of any other top power that would do such a thing. "I may not be able to do anything to you, but with the birth of the Sector Beast this time around, I don't think you will not be able to make it out alive." Purple Moon Ancestor gritted his teeth. Every time the thought of a Sector Beast came to mind, he grew more agitated because a Sector Beast was a major threat to him. Purple Moon Ancestor tilted his head back and roared. How long had it been? Just how long had it been since he had felt so helpless? Yet no matter how angry Purple Moon Ancestor was, there was nothing he could do. There was no way he could kill Luo Feng. Even if he wanted to make use of the world of Jin to kill him, the moment he failed, all the universe masters under him command that had been brought into the world of Jin would perish. Without all those universe masters, he was unable to do anything to Luo Feng. If Purple Moon Ancestor was merely furious and unwilling, then the various races from the United Forces Alliance from the primal universe were filled with endless enmity and hatred. Sister. An extraordinarily beautiful young girl, with butterfly wings that were partially transparent, stood amidst the void space. She wore a pained expression as though she was suffering, and the eyes beneath her delicate brows seemed to contain great agony and sadness. Various scenes were replaying in her mind as she recalled growing up with her sister. Her sister had been guiding and protecting her all this while. Her sister was an extraordinary talent and had become a noble universe master of the Bug Clan. Under her sister's help and guidance, after many long years, she had finally become a universe knight. Those years had given rise to a relationship between the sisters that transcended all else, including her life. Her sister was the most important person in her life. The extraordinarily beautiful young girl raised her head and let out a piercing scream. No. Then her face became contorted. Fiery hatred blazed in her eyes as she said in a hoarse voice laden with endless hatred, Humans, I want you all dead. Dead. A faint blue light suddenly appeared around the space surrounding the beautiful girl, enveloping her. In an instant, she was being transported away. 3 minutes later, in the human territory, the towering Bug Clan mother nest hung suspended in space. Around it, many Bug soldiers appeared. A wave of anger was transmitted from the mother nest. Go out there and kill. Kill all the humans. Various bizarre noises were heard as numerous Bug soldiers roared and yelled while speeding across the vast void space. Oh! Roar! They were charging toward the faraway life planet while the mother nest had already vanished with a single teleportation. It teleported like a flash of lightning to reach as far as 10,000 light-years away. Go and kill all the humans. The Bug Clan mother nest was still giving out the order. Great batches of Bug soldiers continued to roar as they charged out. This Bug Clan mother nest was teleporting like crazy. With every 10,000 light-years span it teleported across, it released a large batch of Bug soldiers. They were largely from the universe level. A small number were from the domain level, and a few were sector lords. There was not a single undying being. Kill all the humans. My children, go out there and kill. The mother nest moved erratically while releasing countless Bugs warriors. To a mother queen who was a universe knight herself, creating billions of universe-level Bug soldiers was nothing difficult. All of them were at the universe level and more than enough to massacre countless planets. At the 6th minute after the Bug Clan's mother queen had started the rampage in the human territory, the hideous mother nest came to a halt and remained unmoving in the middle of space. Everything quietened down, and around it, the numerous Bug soldiers suspended in the air also stopped. A lone figure walked over from afar. A piercing, hysterical voice was heard from the Bug Clan mother nest. Milky Way Horde leader. Luo Feng walked over leisurely, shaking his head. He whispered with a sigh, why go to such lengths? He pointed into the distance. Far away, a part of void space suddenly shrank, then expanded. Right away, that part of space was annihilated. The lofty mother nest and the countless Bug warriors previously occupying that part of space were all reduced to nothingness. Luo Feng shook his head and sighed. The Bug Soldiers Universe Knight Mother Queen had entered a region that was within Ganwu Universe. Once Luo Feng had received information transmitted over from the virtual universe, he had immediately made use of God Country transportation and a couple of teleportations to rush over. As that Bug Clan mother nest was constantly teleporting and changing direction, Luo Feng only managed to catch up with it at the 6th minute after the start of the rampage upon entering the human territory. Just one revenge. A universe knight annihilated. Is this what we call hatred? Luo Feng sighed gently. Then, with a single stride, he vanished into the shadows of the starry sky. All was silent, and everything was shrouded in darkness. It was as though nothing had happened. Milky Way Holy Land. Luo Feng returned to a cluster of undulating palaces. Horde leader. The 3 universe knights at the forefront bowed and greeted with unparalleled reverence. Out of the 3, a tall and sturdy universe knight with green tentacles said, "We have teleported repeatedly and killed all the bugs warriors we found in various places who were in the midst of their rampage. Many of these bug soldiers did not even make it in time to descend on the planet before we killed them. It's just that there were still 369 life planets where all the humans were killed. Of these 369, there were 102 where the very planets themselves were completely shattered." Luo Feng nodded. In his heart, he could not help sighing. The total population of humans on over 300 life planets most likely numbered in the billions. Yet, in a moment as fleeting as the blink of the eye, all of them were dead. From the perspective of the entire human race, ordinary humans were able to multiply in numbers generation after generation. Overall, even if many were killed, this was nothing much at all. But they were, after all, still life forms that were full of vitality. Among them, there might have been potential talents that could have risen to be the cream of the crop, perhaps even people like Rong Jun, or even an existence like Luo Feng could have been born, although that was highly unlikely. But now, all of these people were merely lifeless corpses. Revenge for much too many, Luo Feng said to himself. Those who bear hatred for my human race. There are simply too many of them. In recent months, the various groups of top powers within the United Forces Alliance had lost a great many universe masters. Some of them had been from the pinnacle races, but most were from the common pool of races at large. The more powerful races would normally have, at most, 1 or 2 universe masters, and these universe masters would be the leaders of their races. To the universe knights of those races, these universe masters were like their parents and mentors. Some could no longer contain the hatred in their hearts. Right away, they had charged forth to take their revenge for the loss of their mentors. There were also others who had decided to put up with the burning hatred. They bore it as best they could, for the sake of their race. Fighting the humans? How can we fight them? Our Northern Territory Alliance is already so weak, and our Alliance Master has long abandoned us. Now, the various races within our alliance are so weak. After adding up all the Universe Masters, we are still not a match for that one single Milky Way Horde leader. You still want to fight? On an ordinary, desolate planet, various godla-powered avatars had gathered for a discussion. They did not dare to come in their original bodies, as they were afraid that they would be killed by the humans all at once. This great hatred, how can we not take revenge? The hatred is certainly great. 2 of my brothers were killed. They had been my company for an eternity, and together, we led our race in establishing our footing in this vast universe. Now, they are both dead. They were my most important family member. My most valued companions. And how I wish I could charge in to where the humans are and massacre them all. But what would be the outcome? If we were to enter important grounds like the Primal Secret Region or Milky Way Holy Land, then not only will there be nothing we can kill, but we will only go there to die. If all I can do is kill ordinary humans, after a couple of decades, another generation will emerge once again. They will not be affected at all. If we go now, it will only serve the purpose of venting our moment of hatred. We need to live, and we must live for our race. But I am not willing to. I am overflowing with resentment. You are resentful, just like the Chu Nong race, who had all their universe masters wiped out. They are all rushing to escape for dear lives now. They needed to ensure that their race could survive, but their resentment was far greater. What could they have possibly done? Back when we were still strong, the humans were already exerting their influence over us. What about now? The various minor races were already so afraid that they had left the United Forces Alliance. How many universe masters left behind would dare to persevere in their desire to fight the humans? For those supreme masters who were lone travelers, the moment they saw how the situation could be played to their disadvantage, one after the other, they left our United Forces Alliance. As for the few universe masters who were resolute enough to stay behind, the moment the humans sent over an army large enough, the impact of that willpower was strong enough to cast down a great number of them. How many could stand strong in a fight against the humans? The godler-powered avatars of the surviving universe masters of the Northern Territory Alliance all fell silent. How miserable and dreary their situation had become. Various minor races had left the United Forces Alliance because they simply could not go through another devastating loss. Universe masters who were lone travelers had also left because, to them, the future was bleak and hopeless. Who remained? The Bug Clan, the Demons, and the Automaton race. Yet who would dare to fight the humans again? Who would dare? Even if our hatred was larger than life, what more could we do? I don't know how many other races bear hatred for the humans, but it is fated that within the entire primal universe, the humans will be the race that truly dominates. No one will be able to stand in their path. No one at all. Nobody could stop the humans from dominating the original universe. The human race was destined to reach its peak, and all the other races, the Bug race, the Automaton race, the Demon race, the Prison race, the Crystal race, and all the other powers would have to revere the humans from now on. It was widely acknowledged, and nobody would deny it. A huge black wolf with 3 heads showed up in the space. It was looking at the planet in front of it, where many life forms from the demon race lived. A ripple swept across the entire planet, and any demons who were hunting, fornicating, or sleeping all disappeared and were transported into a world ring. It is the last life planet that I am responsible for. Black light surrounded the giant black wolf. He then disappeared after God country transportation. After a while, he showed up in a space nearby. A giant flying beast giving out endless fire floated there, emanating endless power, causing the stars in the distance to tremble. Night, I'm responsible for a large star sector. And I have already brought here all the life forms of the demon race living on those life planets, said the Black Wolf Emperor. It then took out the world ring on its claw and threw it toward the flying beast wreathed in fire. Okay, answered the flying beast wreathed in fire. Go to the demon ancestor secret region. Yes, answered the giant black wolf respectfully, and it left. Soon, many undying emperors arrived and gave their world rings to that flying beast wreathed in fire. After a long time, I'm responsible for all the creatures in this star sector. The flying beast wreathed in fire sighed. Migration. The Great Migration. I can't believe we demon race also need to migrate. This area breeds us demons, yet we have to leave now. It performed God country transportation and disappeared. The entire demon race was migrating everyone from the 2 demon ancestors to the ordinary demons on all those inhabited planets. They were all taken away. Demons spread fast, so if 1/10 of them were taken away, it would only take a short while before they had the same population again. After all, they were all from the same race, so they had to take away as many as possible. We'll have to leave and go to our new home now, said the giant, saw-toothed strange beast. Dream Tea, have you checked that large star sector? Those other races all ran away when they saw me, said the giant, Silver Snake. But do we really need to stay in that remote area? We should be happy if the humans don't try to hunt us down in the remote area, said the saw-toothed strange beast. If they don't even leave us the last piece of territory, we'll keep fighting them, the Silver Snake yelled. We won't let them off the hook that easily. Top tier level 6 was the maximum power allowed in the original universe. If a lone universe supreme master went mad, it would be a nightmare to any pinnacle race. We have 2 universe supreme masters, which is why we can still live in the original universe, said the saw-toothed strange beast. I believe the humans will stop pushing us. After all, we've given up the most precious core territory. Let's go. The beast looked forlorn. Let's go to our new home. The Silver Snake took a look back. Then they both disappeared and left the territory. The demon race was migrating. So were the Bug race, the Automaton race, the Prison race, and the Crystal race. There were 6 pinnacle races in the original universe, and they were pinnacle races because they could occupy precious areas in the original universe. Comparatively, the territories the Crystal race and the Prison race occupied were inferior, though they were still much better than other random races. The fact that the 5 pinnacle races had started the migration themselves meant that they had admitted defeat and didn't want to fight the humans anymore. As for some of the races that didn't even have a universe supreme master, like the Northern Territory Alliance, they had started the process of migration and retreat a long time ago. The power of a race determined the territory the race could occupy. Most of the races in the original universe were wise enough to realize that. At the apex of Thunder Island in the virtual universe, thrones surrounded the round table. Luo Feng and Primal Chaos City leader sat shoulder to shoulder with each other. As was to be expected, their thrones were larger, while the others were standard sizes. The status was self-explanatory and evident to all. Luo Feng had killed a true god by himself before. And not just one true god. Even the original mind had admitted that Luo Feng was the most powerful great being in Universe Ocean, and Luo Feng had caused the deaths of those hundreds of universe masters. Everything that had happened had made Luo Feng who he was today. Everyone. Primal Chaos City leader looked around, beaming. The demon race, the automaton race, the crystal race, the prison race, and the bug race, they have all left their territories. As for those idle races, none dare to enter their original territories. Those 5 races are smart to do such a thing. Ice Mountain Master, who normally was apathetic, was also smiling. If they still don't know what to do, we'll march toward them. The United Forces Alliance nowadays, Void Gold Master smiled. Even if they unite, without lone Universe Supreme Masters, they'll be easily crushed. All the human Universe Masters were conversing. They knew about what had happened a long time ago, and they were all exhilarated when they heard the news. They were very calm now, but they were still full of joy. Many Universe Masters of theirs died this time, so they hold lots of grudges against us humans, said Darkness Master. There are still some undying fighters and Universe Knights coming here to avenge them. Even though it is utterly insignificant, it proves how greatly they resent us. I think we need to get rid of the threats. There are Universe Supreme Masters in other pinnacle races. If we push it too far, those Universe Supreme Masters will fight us till the end. They continued debating, but they reached a consensus very soon. We will occupy the territories that previously belonged to the 5 races, the bug race, the demon race, the automaton race, the prison race, and the crystal race. Let us, the humans, prosper in as many places as possible. There are also other powerful races, and some of them are subsidiaries of the pinnacle races while some of them are alliances. They are in recess now, so they aren't qualified to occupy the original territories. Occupy them. Take those territories. The voice of Primal Chaos City leader was filled with passion. Let us, the humans, grow and prosper everywhere. The humans started to act. They moved group after group of humans originally living in the universe secret region lands or in god countries to the new territories. It was indeed a mass migration. They were moved to territories that had belonged to the 5 pinnacle races like the demon race and the bug race, and also the territories that used to belong to the powerful races. Although none of the powerful races had huge territories, all the territories they had combined were much larger than those of the 5 pinnacle races, which could be inferred based on the number of universe masters. Those 5 pinnacle races had around 100 universe masters in total, yet those powerful races combined had hundreds of universe masters. The territories of the powerful races were remote, so there was a smaller chance for talents to be born. However, the territories were enormous. The overall chances of elites and talents being born in the human race would surge. The powers in Universe Ocean all paid attention to what was happening in the original universe. When they learned that a large number of universe masters from the United Forces Alliance died at the same time, all the powers from Universe Ocean were shocked and terrified. They all speculated that the humans were responsible. If the humans could do that to the United Forces Alliance and Purple Moon Holy Land, they could do that to other powers in Universe Ocean as well. The demon race, the automaton race, and other powers all retreated. Their power was greatly weakened. They either migrated or narrowed their territories. As for the humans, they are quickly expanding and taking over lots of territories. Half the precious territories in the original universe belong to humans now, and the other half belongs to subsidiary races of humans, idle races, and the other 5 races. The humans will be absolutely invincible in the original universe. This has never happened before, not in any universe era I know of. Even the Divine Eye clan isn't at such a dominant place as the humans. Fortunately, the humans aren't hostile toward the powers in Universe Ocean. Fortunately, we can't mess with the humans. All the powers in Universe Ocean were intimidated. The original universe will enter a new era. The human era. The original universe had indeed entered the human era. Nobody dared to go to the land of darkness at the moment, so Universe Ocean entered a peaceful period. The focus of the powerful groups was the world of Jinn. There, they worked hard trying to gain inheritances and valuables. Meanwhile, the humans were also breeding and prospering. In a vast star region where many peculiar creatures lived on a certain planet, Luo Feng appeared wearing a white cape. He walked across a plain. Father God! Father God! 6 beings appeared in the distance. Luo Feng looked at them with a smile. None of those beings were tall, they were like children engulfed in flickering fire. These children had been created when Endless Remote Ocean was performing the technique creation. After many trials, many creatures had been created. The humans owned a large amount of territory now, and Luo Feng had chosen a star sector formerly owned by a powerful group. He had arranged it as the dwelling place for the life forms he created. These life forms were innately close to Luo Feng, and they were willing to die for him without any doubts. The 6 children surrounded Luo Feng, cheerful. Father God! Father God, how long are we going to stay here? Luo Feng smiled. A couple of years. He genuinely loved these creatures in his heart. After all, they were technically his children. They reminded him of Red Child from Earth, so he had created 6 children that could control fire. He had created them without much thought, but they were living beings, after all. Oh, 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 cheered all 6 children. Luo Feng smiled and stroked the heads of the children. Although the creatures he created were powerful, these 6 children could reach universe level quickly. They couldn't interbreed like the races created by 9 Remoteness Master. Luo Feng turned around. Shu Xin, who was also in a white cape, showed up. Mother God! The 6 children ran toward Shu Xin. This video will end here.